In case you've been living on a rock and you didn't know, the Foo Fighters are a band that was formed by Nirvana drummer and frontman Dave Grohl and have so far put out 11 studio albums. And today we'll be talking about the main recent two, Medicine at Midnight and But Here We Are. You already know the drill if you saw my So Much for Stardust video, but in case you don't know, I'm going to be ranking each track based on how much I like them or how much I don't like them using the album's track listing. So, for example, Medicine at Midnight has 9 songs, so it could get like a 9 out of 9 or so. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with Making a Fire. Huh? Oh yeah, right. Making a Fire is the opening track to Medicine at Midnight and has a very upbeat drum track and is very danceable to me, like in my opinion, which is why I like it so much. That's why I decided it deserves a 9 out of 9. Shame, shame. I love Shame, shame because it has a 9 out of 9 because it's got such an upbeat drum, like it's got a looping drum track throughout the entire song, and it's very simple too, so it's great. Like it's a great song for any beginner. And if you don't believe me, just listen to my secretary. Tell him, secretary. Cloud Spotter. Cloud Spotter, I'm a really big fan of like the instrumental to the song because of how unique it is from every other song on the album. But I'm not a big fan of the lyrics, which is why unfortunately I had to give it its review of a 6.7 out of 9. Waiting on a War. this Waiting on a War is this album's fake out, and it's fitting too because they're both the fourth track on their respective albums. But it's perfect. It's an acoustic ballad, which at the end features this big rock like ending, and it's beautiful. It's in my opinion one of the best tracks I've heard in a while. 9 out of 9. Medicine at Midnight. So a little bit of insight before we get into this next one. Right before Medicine, like I'm not sure entirely if it was like before or after the release of Medicine at Midnight that the Foo Fighters, yeah, there's Medicine at Midnight, but the Foo Fighters decided that they would form the Bee Gees band, their tribute band. Well, I mean, if you can call it a tribute band, it's literally just them, the DGs, and released Hail Satin on July 19th, 2021. And it shows in this track the disco parts of the DGs, which is why I don't know, I love this track because of its disco. It makes for a perfect track. It's unique, and I don't understand why at times I've seen people not really like this album a lot. I love it a lot, but still, I'm getting off track. 9 out of 9. No Son of Mine. No Son of Mine just awakes something in me. It makes me want to drive a mail truck through the front door of a CVS and then drink all the Pepto-Bismol. 8 out of 9. Wood Son again. Holding Poison. Holding Poison, I'm actually really sad because I love this track so much, but it has never been played live before, which is really a shame because this song needs to be played live. It feels like a Foo Fighters concert in a song. So, boom, it would make much sense to have this song played live. It's like I Don't Care from, Folie Do, Fall Out Boy. It's a beautiful track. 9 out of 9. Please play this live, Foos. By the way, I meant to say, this was actually used as the trailer music in the Foo Fighters horror movie, Studio 666. Yeah, you heard that right. A Foo Fighters horror movie. Chasing Birds. Chasing Birds feels like a pretty relaxing day track. It's almost like a lullaby, which gives it a 9 out of 9 automatically. Love Dies Young. 9 out of 9. It's the perfect closing track, and it's got a very like throughout the song it's got like a chugging of a guitar string throughout the whole song. It's like a if you get my meaning. But anyways, and with that, with a runtime of 36 minutes and 35 seconds, overall Foo Fighters Medicine at Midnight gets a total of 77.6 out of 81. So that's it, right? That's the review. The videos should be done, right? That's probably not what you're saying, but yeah, normally right here is where I would end the video, just being like, well, that's it for now. See y'all next time. But unfortunately, I can't say that for this one. On the morning of March 25th, 2022, the drummer for the band, Taylor Hawkins, was found dead at 50. And then that kind of left the future of the band for an uncertainty. It's kind of an uncertainty. I don't know, words. Anyways, the Foos went back home, held some tribute concerts in honor of Taylor, and then they went kind of radio silent almost. I mean, obviously, Dave and Greg Kurstin, the producer of, the three most recent Foo albums, did their Christmas sessions of 2022. But not a whole lot of music was released until April. Rescued is the first track off But Here We Are, the first Foo Fighters album in 2 years. Well, I suppose. Why am I saying it like I'm so confused? I know it was 2 years ago that they released not making a fire, Medicine at Midnight. 9 out of 9, 10 out of 10. Yeah, Under You. This is a great track. It resembles how someone feels during loss and how they think, "Oh, I'm getting over this," but in reality, the lyrics state there's no getting over it. 10 out of 10. Hearing Voices. Hearing Voices kind of reminds me of the Weezer track "What Happens After You" from their Seasons Autumn album, which is one of my favorite tracks. 7 out of 10. But Here We Are.
But Here We Are feels more like an anthem than any track I've heard. It's one of my favorite tracks on this entire album, and I think it deserves a good score of. Hey, can you bring that over here, please?
Alright, that's way better. Anyways, like I was saying, But Here We Are is almost like the anthem of this album, and it's the title track too, which is fitting. There's got like a really weird clanking sound throughout the whole song that I'm so interested in, and I love it so much. So 9 out of 10. The Glass. 10 out of 10. This is just a heartbreaking yet beautiful song, and actually, I can't get through the song without crying. It's so sad. Dave Grohl is one of the first people I think has ever made me cry via song. So, nice job, Dave. Nothing at all. Josh Freese, the current drummer for the Foos, absolutely nails this song live on the drums, which is why it's one of my favorites. It's got a great drum beat. It's essentially this album's Making a Fire. 9 out of 10. Show Me How. This song features a cameo from Dave's daughter, Violet Grohl, and it's perfect. It's a duality of both their voices, both young and old. It's a beautiful track, vocal wise, and lyric wise, and instrumental wise too. Because the drums echo, and it gives it just a 10 out of 10. Beautiful. Beyond Me. This one reminds me of The Glass because of how similar they feel in vibe, which is honestly not a bad thing at all. In fact, it's a great thing because I love both tracks. Not 10 out of 10. The Teacher. I gotta admit, I wasn't really like. I thought I had big expectations for the track. I thought, oh, it's gonna be like this big track, like a ballad almost. But unfortunately, that was just not the case here. 5 out of 10. Rest. Rest shows that it's the end of an era for the Foo Fighters. It shows like in the lyrics that it's recorded so weird. It's recorded almost acoustically, and then it goes into like a professional studio recording from what I can remember of this album. I don't remember fully, but I can tell you this, it's a beautiful track and it symbolizes the end of an era. 10 out of 10. And with that, with a total runtime of 48 minutes and 14 seconds, But Here We Are gets a total of 90 out of 100. What? This is a perfect album. Like, this is almost a perfect album, and it shows. It shows via its amazing melodies. It shows in its, like, lyrics. It shows in every part. So, honestly, good job, Foo Fighters. Y'all have done a great deed for the world. Now then, as of the day this video is going out, June 28th, 2023, today is my date of So Much for Tour Dust, which means Concerts Part 5 is soon, y'all. This is truly I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. So, what's gonna happen? I can't really tell you. Only the future will tell. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Concerts Part 5. Thank you, and good night. Ink Demon Video. Ink Demon Video. It's a song about the Ink Demon Video. The DJ is crying for help.